Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be talking about my first month of ownership with the Honda Rebel 500. This is the 2020 model, non-SE. And I'll be talking about the first 3 mods that I did on this bike. So, took it for a quick ride. But starting out from the front, we've got the Dart Flyscreen up here. So, this is the light tint that I have. I think it looks really nice on the bike. In terms of function, I would say it's about a 5 or 6 out of 10, honestly. If you're looking for something to strictly get the wind off your helmet and face, this might not be the windscreen for you. Dart does make a Piranha version, which is even smaller than this one. They also have a dark tint, and then they have a smoke or like a blackout, completely black, which I had on my Ducati Scrambler, which I'll show you here. Modification number 2 that I did was it actually came with a Radiant Cycles GP Shorty exhaust. It made the bike extremely loud, and I know a lot of people in the Honda Rebel groups are a big fan of that exhaust. It sounds alright, but it's just not really for my taste, as it is quite louder than I would like. After doing a lot of research, a lot of people have the Vance & Hines, Musari, Two Bros, Diablo. Plenty of exhaust manufacturers out there making blacked out exhausts, which I think would look really nice on the bike. However, I went with the Yoshimura R34, which isn't actually that popular of an option. Luckily, it does match this color a little bit nicer than it would on, let's say, a blacked out bike. I installed this one, went for a ride for the 15 minutes to get the exhaust all baked in, or whatever they call it. They do ask you to ride it and have it run for 15 minutes so that the colors changes and things like that. It was a lot of fun installing this exhaust, but it ultimately also was very loud too. It sounded almost as loud as that straight pipe Shorty that I had. So after doing a bit of research, they make a quiet low decibel insert for this. So I went ahead and purchased that separately. I was a bit surprised they didn't include it with it. Yoshimura kind of ghosted me when I asked them about that, but they said some of it comes with it. If it doesn't, then you're out of luck. It was only 40 bucks or so in Canadian dollars. So I threw that on, and now I think the bike is sounding exactly how I'd like it, how I would describe this Yoshimura exhaust. It gives the bike the low-end grunt that it's capable of without being obnoxiously loud. So I think this is a perfect balance, and I think it looks really nice as well. When you're installing these exhausts, also be sure to use some rubbing alcohol to wipe it down so you don't have any fingerprints burn in, because the oils from your fingers do leave a mark sometimes. So the very last thing I'll cover here is I was looking for a storage solution for short term. So I went ahead and bought these 4 spools. They come in packs of 2. These are actually swing arm spools, and it was recommended to me from one of the Honda Rebel forums. The reason I have that on there is so that I can attach things to the back using a cargo net. So the reason why I didn't get a dedicated bag system just yet is this is just for city use and hauling things of abnormal shapes for the time being. So I'll show a sample of that over on this side. You can actually go 2 hooks onto a single spool. So I just figured this is a really quick and easy way to attach cargo to the bike when I'm just around in the city. Nothing long term. So yeah, it's just really convenient, and it molds to a bunch of different shapes. It's actually more beneficial to have an aftermarket exhaust that points upwards like this, or even the Shorty exhaust, because with the stock, it'll actually stick straight out and it'll block this contact point on the swing arm. So I'm actually able to use a rear stand, like a sport bike rear stand or a paddock stand, to lift this bike up and do the chain maintenance. Compared to a traditional cruiser, this doesn't have an area that you could jack it up from the bottom. And then it also has a chain that you need to maintain, not like a belt or a shaft. So overall, I'm really digging how this bike is coming together. I know these are just 3 modifications. The next one I'll probably be focusing in on a more dedicated cargo system for longer trips, so some saddlebags or maybe rack at the back or something like that. It's only been a month and I'm extremely happy with how this bike has ridden. I've had about 9 or 8 different bikes before this, mostly sport bikes or naked bikes. So this is my first cruiser that I've owned. It's a really sporty, considering it is a cruiser. If there's any content you'd like me to create around this Rebel, please let me know. Or if there's any mods you think I should throw on, I'll see if I can make that happen. So thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.